I think deep down it still bothers you that this person's not in your life. And especially, again, go this whole reading, you know, if you had a friend or somebody, again, family, that really kind of, quote, snap you into reality and told you to knock it off, like, this is your reality, this is how they're treating you. And again, I'm seeing this friend is actually, whoever this person is in your life, is a good person. They really, you know, it's like they gave you that tough love because they love you and they don't want to see you backtrack. And I feel sorry for this collective, because the more I'm reading into this, I feel like you have a hard time explaining to anybody how you really feel about, you know, this person, because every time I feel like you start to open your mouth and say, I miss them, I feel like that buddy or somebody's like, well, you shouldn't. Look what X, Y, and Z they did to you. Which again, and I think this collective, you know, they're not wrong. But again, I always say people who are on the twin flame journey, if you, which again is very rare in this world, majority of people, let's be real, on this earth do not understand twin flame journeys. So on the outside world, you know, you kind of do look crazy. So in a lot of ways, I feel sorry for this collective, because I feel like you don't have too many people to go talk to. And it's not that you don't feel safe to, but at the same time, maybe you do have that one girlfriend or guy friend. It's like, you know, your person's name gets brought up and they get like PO'd, and it's more of they just want you to let them go. And maybe that is something that kind of bothers you with that insecurities as well. As like, well, if I invite my person back into my life, how is my friends going to react? Okay, I think that's the only thing. I think you want to make everybody happy, but you know deep down you can't. You know, you got to do what you got to do, what's in your heart, essentially. And this is going to bother you. I think on the outside, you kind of come off as you're yay, okay, you don't need them. You really don't bring your person up that much, but deep down, it kind of bothers you a little bit that they're not in your life or things ended the way they did. I think, as bad as it sounds, you're dealing with a lot of emotions alone. Again, not that your friends or family are not there for you, but again, I'm seeing you have that one person in your life that wants you to snap into, give you that reality check. Okay, so sign. Now let's get into your person. Okay, let's see. How is this person feeling about this collective? Okay. So how is this person feeling about this collective? How is this person feeling about this collective? Oh, see? Woo! Destiny, divine timing, ego-driven, and spiritual practices. That's a big sign right there. This collective, you're clearly tapped into some form of spirituality, whether it's witchcraft, whatever the case is. I feel like you met somebody, to be honest, that really didn't maybe agree with you or see the world the same way you did. And I think that's what shut a lot of things down. But sign right there. That's what I'm saying. Destiny and divine timing is like your person's waiting on the perfect time. Again, I labeled this as like expect a phone call. Expect something. They're waiting on the perfect time. Whatever that means. I know that always makes my eyes roll. That's why I don't think you're going to see it coming. It's fast, but you're not going to see it coming. Let me see what this ego-driven is. What is... And then I got Capricorn energy, so you or this person could be a Capricorn. I was too focused on my career and my goals. I took you for granted and expected you to wait for me. Unfortunately, you knew you'll be waiting forever. I'm sorry I never put you first. That's where I was saying, you know, unfortunately, this person didn't treat you the greatest. I'm seeing excuses after excuses after excuses. I'm hearing a lot. I'm hearing ghosting is a big one. I think this person truly did put everything above this connection. And, oh, my card's tipped over. Sorry. Anyways. As bad as it sounds, I'm kind of seeing this person in the past was a little too full of themselves. Like, I do think your person, you know, does have a lot of Capricorn energy in them as far as they're very hardworking, they're a planner, they're very driven, they're very goal-oriented. But this sounds bad. They could have had a really nasty attitude at life. They really could have had that attitude where they thought they were better than everybody, including you. I'm going to be honest. Because I'm staring at that picture. You see how he's taking a selfie at himself. It's like someone, maybe in the past, that really thought they were a little too high for their britches. Just saying. Okay. Oh, that all backwards. Let's see what the spiritual practice is. But with that spiritual practices, I think that's the past. Everything's kind of changed now. And then, yeah, victim mentality with the spiritual that's what I'm saying right there. They have kind of learned over time to get over themselves. That's a specific detail. If you're a person, if you never had a memory of some form of this person, and there's nothing wrong obviously with having your having your confidence at a higher level, but it's like I don't think it's mainly they said anything towards your face. I think again there's a memory of your person kind of maybe talking down about other people, thinking they were better than everybody. They had the best car, they had the best career, they had everything better than everybody. And I'm seeing a few reality checks kind of came into place, and I'm going to be honest, I think this person looked at you as a competition for a long time. It's like they always had to be first place every building they walked into. But with that victim mentality and spiritual practices, I think there's some form of I get it now. Again, this collective, you think they're awakened, unawakened. I think they've woken up. What's this? Let me see what spiritual practices says. I am healing myself through meditation, spiritual practices. It is the only way I can make myself whole. They figured it out. And maybe too, maybe you kind of call them out on their, with that victim mentality, on their BS, and this person, that's when I'm seeing that, ghosting situation. It kind of just, they didn't want to hear it. That's a big, societal factor, is I feel like religious or factors or spiritual differences was a big one for the two of you. Divine timing. And then winter, I got December 22nd through February 6th. That's what's coming up with that divine timing. Save that right there. December 26th. Or sorry, I said 26th for a reason, but I meant 22nd through February 6th. That's coming up. But even then, that could be a specific memory, birthday. Of course, that's around Capricorn season as well. But Capricorn season could be a very big season for the two of you as far as coming through. But what's this? Destiny. New beginnings. They want to start over. That's what I'm saying. I said from part one, I think this person truly does have good intentions towards you, whatever this communication is. Obviously, I'll break down what is their intentions. I don't think this person's coming in for malicious intentions. Like I said, with that spiritual practices, I feel like that's huge for them. Because if this is really your reading, this collective, you'd be like, really? Because you never think they would tap into something like this. Let me see more with the spiritual practice and victim mentality. What is going on with that? Twin flame. I told you they woke up. They woke up. Christy, wake up. Like, why did that come into my head? Stranger things could be very significant. There is something clearly that has made this person go, oh, 1 second. I am personal. Let's try that again. I think you and quite a few people have killed their ego, if anything like that, okay? I feel like all of a sudden their little fame, or what they thought that, that glittered was gold, what they thought that was attractive, what they thought they were attracting, kind of got shut down very, very quickly. And that's where I'm saying, and to be honest, I think the both of you are driven by ego in your own right, but especially with each other, because again, I'm seeing two people who really have never sat down and had a vulnerable discussion about each other's feelings, but you guys are so easy to pull away and give each other the middle finger, and and to be honest, with that victim mentality, I think this person spent a long time about you going, they'll be back, talking about you. They'll be back. And you did it, and it's like driven them down. And guess what? Now all of a sudden, look what it has become. They're getting it. I think they're understanding the mirroring effect specifically between the twin flames. I think they've gone, wait a minute, I'm acting this way because my person's behaving this certain way. In order for me to be better, something's got to give. They completely get it. And I think this is why they're rushing in, because it's kind of, I'm going to be honest, I'm kind of hearing they're going to do I think I know what title we have. Where for the longest time, I think this person labeled you as anything but twin flame, to be honest. Don't make it fit. Let me just do a few more. Yeah, naughty thoughts. That's what I'm saying. I think this person labeled you as like a lust situation. They were, I think this person had a bad habit of love being